Claire Bear. Okay, so I think for this segment, we're going to practice speed dating.
Oh,
Okay.
yes.
Because you're hosting speed dating.
Yeah, I am.
Do it.
Love it or leave it.
Do it.
So I think you're going to go on 5 dates here real quick.
Okay.
Oh, gosh.
I don't have any questions ready.
Wow, you better get on
What
it.
would you normally ask?
Kids or no? No, I'm just kidding.
I think you start with Big Cat. I think you guys are on. You got a 2-minute date here.
If you were a cereal, what would you be?
Chopped up filet mignon in a bowl of garlic butter.
This date is over. This date is so
All right, next. You're out.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch is
Now,
the answer.
Laura.
Yes, it is. We're getting married. That's
Boom.
what's happening.
Captain Crunch.
No
Okay.
more dates necessary.
All right, good.
I'm glad my divorce is final.
That was
That'd be really awkward.
So,
Claire.
Claire's here.
Hi, Claire.
I'm at 54%.
Are you the
You are
only person
plummeting.
that has been on every podcast?
No, I haven't been
Should've
on any
been on mine.
podcast except for Laura's.
You've been on mine.
You've been on the
Thanks for
Evansville
listening.
podcast.
Thanks for remembering. You were on Parks Fest episode with Alex.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, but
You
that
got
was like
Clark's
Alex's
Fest.
thing.
But that doesn't count.
Hey,
That was
Claire.
Alex's thing.
Claire's never been on the Politics of Sideshow.
That was an accident.
Yeah, that was a huge mistake.
You want to
I
talk
mean,
politics
I just got
sometime?
asked to tag along. No. I'll get in trouble. I have
you know
to
what?
sit out of that arena for sure. I've actually gotten in trouble before. I mean, just because we talk about trending topics and stuff on the show all the time, politics has been a big issue. And it's so hard not to touch it at all. And then if you do touch it,
We're a safe space, and we have
Everybody
way
gets
too much
upset.
fun. We're a safe space, and we have a lot of fun.
yeah, that's a no. But if you want to talk about something else, we can totally do that.
I've been asking a lot of
Episode.
people this. I'd like to hear your answer. What is your favorite Mary Movement podcast episode?
I loved the cafeteria one.
I told her that was the one I thought she made up, though.
Which one was that?
I don't think she stood there and took fries. I don't think she did. I thought it was a sweet story.
The cafeteria one when she,
The
asked
sitting
her-
with a
Lunch
friend,
date.
making
Yeah.
a new friend. I like the story, and I think there's probably aspects of it are true. That's the one I thought she embellished a little bit.
Calling whoever that was a liar.
Can we be honest, though? I mean, how real does that have
Bacon.
to be? This is about entertainment and inspiration.
No, I that's why I said it did its job. I was
Yeah.
really happy with it.
Yeah, Mary, lie your face off.
Hey, apparently that's how we
So
do
what-
things.
what,
in the world.
um,
It's fine.
Okay, so what is Hot 96 doing with football this year? I need to come kick a field goal. How do I do that?
Yeah, we for a lot of years partnered with.
Oh, no. It's over?
Yeah, we're not doing it. We're not doing the kick for cash this year. We would go out to high school football games though, and give somebody a chance to kick a field goal to win money for
Is
the
that
school.
over?
We're not doing it this year, and we might bring it back.
I was like,
I know.
I'm
We
gonna
can
make.
go kick field goals
I'm
for
Chef
gonna-
fun.
Todd Bacon.
I'm going to make the formal ask. You need to talk to your bosses. This needs to come back.
I will try and work on something. It's probably a little late. We probably should look ahead to basketball season.
Okay, half court shots, whatever.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Half court shot. We did that. We did the Hot 96 half court shot this last year, and that was a lot of fun. Actually, as a matter of fact, we got $2,000 scholarships for the University of Southern Indiana, going to different high schools. That then at the end of the year they awarded them to students that were going to the school.
And
or
that's a
whatever,
good
which is
school,
cool.
but UE is actually a little bit better.
It depends on what you're looking for.
Talk about the shameless plug, by the way.
Be quiet.
You gotta get that scholarship at UE.
I think we should work on that.
Yeah, seriously, hook us
We
up.
give scholarships out like candy, so
Let's
yeah,
do
we
it.
should work on that.
Absolutely.
So how amazing was the Whisper Challenge?
So that's one of those things whenever you're like in the middle of it, you're like, what does this sound like on the other side? I have no idea.
Yeah.
I went back and listened. I thought it was entertaining.
Oh,
But,
I loved it. I've
you know,
listened. One of my favorite moments of 2017 was him getting mine right.
Yeah.
What was it again? If I'm not
If
back.
we're not back by dawn,
Call the
the president.
And Cooper, for the record, by the way, we had talked about playing that game,
Yeah.
me, Cooper, and Kana, for probably 2 days. And the example that we had used when I was explaining it to them was Llama, red pajama. And that's what Kana ended up choosing. And the fact that he could not get it to save his life. He kept saying, pot
great.
pie, pot pie.
Summer pot pie.
What?
What is that? What?
Where did that come from? And everybody, of course, has their headphones in, like cranked, so they're screaming, you know? So I liked
good.
it.
Oh, I thought it was great.
Yeah.
I love just getting up early in the morning.
No.
That's my favorite thing. I wish I could talk that early in the morning every day. That's
So
awesome.
wrong.
I hate it so much. I'll be honest, I hate it.
I think that's something people don't understand about your celebrity comes with a price.
It's hard.
That is an early freaking day.
Hey, Claire.
And
You
it
work
gets-
hard for the money.
It gets harder like as time goes on because I was super excited at first too. I was like the first 3-4 months I was like, yes, I'm up before everybody. I get the whole rest of the day. It's like an adrenaline rush, and then you just like slowly deteriorate.
Hey, Claire. It is 7:28 in the evening. How are you still awake? Let's ask the real question.
I don't know.
Doing hot
Cocaine.
takes over here. She's
Yeah.
the hardest working woman in radio. Everybody.
Her battery goes down
maybe
with
in
her
radio,
phone
but I'm
battery.
definitely not the hardest working woman.
So maybe the battery over there is not her popularity; it's her energy level, is what it is.
Yes.
Where are we at now,
I
Claire?
apologize.
Definitely-
I've had that wrong. I
Well,
apologize.
I'm definitely below 53%, which is what my battery reads.
That's actually impressive.
But I'm hanging in there.
Do you have anything coming up? I don't know. Real estate transactions? Anything exciting in your personal life?
I have purchased. Well, it's not official. It's not.
Okay,
like,
then
I
never
haven't
mind.
signed the dotted line. I have
Don't
been
talk about it.
verbally approved to buy a piece of land in Haney's Corner.
Woo!
Yeah, so-
we're getting a new building.
Yeah, and it'll be commercial
It's gonna be
and
and
residential.
it's going to be a nightclub, right? So
No.
you're going to try to recreate what Boogie Nights did down.
yeah, and still get up in the morning and
Yeah.
then close down
That's
boogie
right,
nights
exactly.
in my home.
We just sleep after work, wake up, and go to work at Boogie Nights.
Yes, and then stay up and go to
radio
work.
would be your evening job.
Yeah, you're right. We could just totally flip the day. No, we're not going to do that.
Sorry.
But it is exciting. Thanks for asking. It's not official.
I
It
didn't
should
know.
be official soon. But
I was hoping you could unveil it
yeah, it's verbal.
to the dozens and dozens of entertainment.
A lot of people are paying attention. A lot of people. Actually, there are a lot of people in here.
Yeah.
They're just very busy, which is great.
Yeah, I do like our first live podcast. People came in costume.
Yeah, they did.
Every time we've done a live podcast the first
Speaking
Friday,
of-
it's sauce. They've come in costume.
Speaking of, today is September 1st, which kicks off Halloween season.
Yep.
Obviously,
Does
pumpkin
it?
spice everything.
Football
it's
Eve.
like midnight. Yeah, football, chili, Halloween, pumpkin spice. We're officially. I mean, the weather
Cuddling.
matches it.
I
Yeah,
know.
this weather.
You
I was
gotta
gonna
get
think-
booed
I
up.
said earlier, the weather outside is the titties.
Fall is
Yeah.
saying
It is
hello.
great.
It is lovely. So, Halloween costumes. If you haven't thought about it yet, now's the time.
Well, when we have a whole cavalcade of Halloween costumes, right?
Yeah,
They
that's right.
spared no
Amazing.
expense.
I
We
want
have-
every podcast we need to do this.
I agree.
I really want to be
Jones.
Daenerys
Hipster
from
Indiana Jones.
Game of Thrones, but Daenerys.
Who are you dressed as, Claire?
Who are you dressed?
Leslie Davis. We're wearing the exact same outfit. I swear to God, I just saw her earlier. Yeah, she's
Boom.
wearing a black shirt, black jeans, and a
I was gonna
denim
say
jacket.
Julia Roberts from Eat, Pray, Love.
Oh,
Never
really?
saw
Is that what she
I don't
wore?
know. I always
Wow.
pick Julia Roberts.
You always pick
everything.
Julia Roberts.
She's the best.
And,
Oh.
the
I'm gonna
answer
and
to the
Andy
question,
McDowell.
Does Batman go to the
Never.
bathroom? The answer is yes.
This is good info to know. The Batcave.
He was either
apparently-
roughing up a suspect or he was going number one. I'm not sure.
All right.
How does he go
Have you
number
got the
2 in
filet
that
yet?
get up though? Is what I
No,
want
are
to
you
know.
ready to order?
Yeah, I'm going to order a filet.
That's a.
I keep going back and forth because I have food at home.
He's got a bat flap.
I don't need to spend, $25 on a steak, but
But man, it's a good steak.
it's
for
the
$25
best steak ever. It's my favorite.
Okay.
It is
Are we
the best
entering that
filet
time
in
of-
town.
I
You're entering
100%
filet time? Is that
agree.
it's getting close?
I think it's filet
All
time.
up in here.
Can
We
we
got-
also add
up
that the
next-
mashed potatoes that come with the filet are fire as well?
Okay,
They're
I'll wait for
flame.
the super
Claire Ballard with a not so hot take on the food at Sauce because it's legit.
Yep.
Who
Todd
lives off
Bacon's
of the
here.
spaghetti?
Chef Todd
What'd you
Bacon.
say?
You live off of the spaghetti.
No, I know.
here.
That's what, whenever I don't want to spend a lot of money, I get the spaghetti marinara, which Scott always
Very
gives me
good.
the hardest time about. Scott Shimmick. He's like,
Phil
get
who?
the meatballs.
You have to get the meatballs. They
Yeah,
are
but
legit.
but they're a couple more dollars, and the spaghetti marinara is really good.
Hey, all right, everybody. If you are listening to the Evansville Podcast Network right now, can we all ship a couple bucks to our friend Claire so she can slap for the meatballs next
Actually,
time?
can
we
let's just
start up, pass a
let's
hat?
just go ahead and add 10 more to that, and then we'll get the filet.
Done.
I've already bought her a Coke, so
It's true.
He did buy
I
me
do.
a Coke.
I do owe everybody a round of beer before this is
so
over.
I'm
too,
out. Sorry.
It's all right.
Good to pony up for your own meatballs.
So, hey, Claire, if you
I'll
have
do
a
it.
square on your phone, I'll chip in the first $5.
All right.
We've got a Hoopa Stank sighting.
Hoopa snake.
Hoopa Stank!
Philip Hooper.
Do you have any questions
No.
for us?
For all your real estate needs.
That's unfair advantage.
Yeah,
See,
I already
Philly-
asked how you're doing this without headphones because I'm like freaking out. How can you can't like hear yourself?
I
You
know, that's the only reason I have to
Where's
do it.
Rudy?
Yeah,
I'm the
it's
least.
weird.
I'm the
It's all
least
kinds of weird.
professional here. I have to do it.
Did you
I
guys
did-
have
I-
fun on the show the other day? And Josh has been in before. You guys haven't yet. Laura, you haven't, but like it's different than podcasting. Is it fun? Do you like it?
It's
Yeah.
nerve-wracking.
It was
Yeah.
I'm
great.
still waiting for that invitation.
I liked it.
We need to make.
I just don't have anything to talk about, which is probably why I haven't gotten the invitation.
I'm waiting for my weekly
figure it out.
recurring role like Sam and Kana.
Me too. That would be
yeah.
awesome.
Claire,
We've got room.
my biggest problem is the inadvertent swear word that I drop on my podcast all
Oh
the
yeah,
time.
yeah.
I think
yeah.
That I totally
like,
would be
We're gonna have a
afraid to
game.
drop.
Monday guy.
Do you
Yeah,
have
no,
a
we've
swear jar?
only got 2 days taken up with them. Wednesday's Kana
I
and
think
Thursday
Monday
is
would
Sam.
work great.
You do Monday. Day drinking with Corey.
Day drinking.
10 seconds. Hey, Corey, where you day drinking today? And he says where.
Hey, Claire, what would happen if someone dropped like an F-bomb on the show?
We have a giant red button on the board. It's called the dump button. And we're on a 7-second delay. So if someone were to drop the F-bomb, I'm able to hit the red button, the dump button, and it'll throw us out.
I did not know you were on a delay.
It'll save our lives. Yeah, 7 seconds.
I was going to say the FCC
I'd be hitting the
does
dump
not play
button just
around
every
with
time
that.
I said something
Nope.
dumb.
Unless you are Big Poppy following the Boston bombing, you are not allowed to do such things.
What?
They are pretty strict.
How long of a delay is it?
7 seconds.
So you got 7. If I slip up and say an F word, you got 7 seconds to be like.
Yep, to get over to that button.
Will you just
Which
hold
is right
the
in
button
front of
for
me.
7 seconds where it's like beep?
Just make sure that it kills
To be
it.
totally
Hey,
honest with
Corner
you,
Open was
I've
really
never had to do that, so I'm not even sure what it sounds like over the air. You know, like if it's just like
Challenge
some silence for
accepted.
a while or what.
We're gonna totally try that
was gonna say,
on a
challenge
Monday if I'm
accepted.
invited.
Okay.
So, Claire, what is something that you wish people knew about your job? We see one small side of all the stuff you
we
do.
hear one small slab.
We hear. Sorry. Thank you.
Yeah.
Don't correct me. It sickens me.
We feel one. I'm
We
sorry.
feel. We
taste.
experience one side of
We
your job. What do you wish people understood about your job? Maybe something weird, like the button is what made this. I had
Yeah.
no idea you had the 7-second delay with the button. So, what do
I'm
you
trying to
wish
think-
people
I
knew
don't know.
about
There are
your
probably
job?
a lot of things
A
that
lot
would be
of
cool
things.
to know. But I think the main thing that I would say is that it's actually, and I've done other day parts as well. So the other day parts are totally different. And so I've done mornings now for about a year. And the only thing that I think right now is just it's hard, like because you're filling, I don't know, 12 minutes of content an hour, which doesn't sound like a lot, but there's so many different things that have to be in there, and there's different giveaways and different mentions and things that you have to hit at certain times, and like entertaining people between the ages of 12 and 60 from all over the tri-state. I mean, we reach almost 2 hours in every direction. It's just hard to talk about anything that most people would be entertained by. I don't know.
Or not mad about.
Yeah.
To your point,
I work really hard in prepping.
Yeah.
So like the night before, we do a lot of prep. The morning of, we do a lot of prep.
right? To have a podcast and to fill a half an hour, 45 minutes, an hour, it's
Yeah.
really hard. And we can stop and I can yell and freak out and edit.
You guys
You're
don't
doing
even
it live.
edit your own stuff.
Yeah,
I
I'd
know.
freak
Yeah.
out without
I know.
editing.
So I hat tip you guys. I have a newly
lot.
found respect for the work you guys do.
It is a lot of fun, but it's
Good
work
point.
too.
One of the things that's always
try.
fascinated me about your job is how succinct you have to be, because you are not really allowed to speak for more than a very short amount of time, and you have to be very careful to
I
make
told
sure
Laura
you get
that once,
everything
and she will
out
never
in
forget
a
that.
Yeah.
very
You're
short
not
amount of
allowed
time.
to talk.
You got to get it in when you can fit it in.
You
There's a
think
lot
it would
of,
be easy, but it does not. When you think about it, it's really not easy to get a whole lot across in a short amount of time.
Well, and that's, I think, a big difference between what we do in podcasting, right? In podcasting, you can really expand on your thoughts and go into great detail. And if you carry on for way too long, who cares? You know
I
what I
do
mean?
that all
If
the
people are
time.
interested in what you're talking about, they'll stick around. Whereas with us, the attention span is like that of an ant. I mean, it's like if you stop, like a second of nothing feels like a minute.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, you have to be pretty concise. I think from the time that I started, the biggest thing that I worked on was word economy and
I
how to
think my
say the
favorite
most in the
thing-
least words.
Sorry. I think my favorite thing about your job is that every segment, every song, no matter what, you're going to get several text messages and half are going to say that was the greatest thing that's ever happened in radio history, and the other half are going to say you guys are the worst radio station that's ever lived.
Okay.
Ever. The
Hold
worst
on.
morning show on the face of the planet. Or I have never loved anyone more.
I'm gonna be this guy. I'm gonna bring it up. T Swift's new single.
Yeah.
What's the feedback?
Look what you made me do.
Ooh, good point.
Initially, so we debuted it on the day it was released, and we got a lot of negative feedback via text. However, when we all listened to the song the first time, we were like, ugh. And then you listen to it the second time.
Yeah.
I'm kind
And
of
then you listen
It grows on you.
Then you listen to it
Dig
the
it.
third, fourth, fifth, and you're like, look what you made me do.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the way.
She's
Something
freaking
about it.
brilliant.
Old
It
Taylor.
grows on you like mold.
Dude,
She did.
is
She
brilliant.
did.
Okay, this is what I wanted to know because
Yeah.
the universal outcry when it first hit. What is this?
only talking
But they
like
said the same thing when 1989 came out because she wasn't doing her kiddie pop
Right, it was
country
different.
stuff. So I'm glad to hear that there's been an evolution.
I think there has been. I'm sure there are still people that like to find
Well, of
reasons not
course.
to like her. Plus, there's
Right.
the whole middle school fight between all of the different things that she's calling out, which,
Sure.
are in some ways valid and in some ways really childish.
Sure.
But I think it's a catchy song. Very Fergie, very Right Said Fred.
Nice. I'm too sexy.
Sexy.
for
And she
my
actually,
heart.
like, officially
the way I disco dancing.
took from that.
No more, or
I'm
we'll have to
a
pay.
model. You
Nuh-uh.
know what I mean.
Yeah, we can't afford that.
Claire-
You're released.
Am I done?
My
Are you
favorite.
keeping me out?
Into the wild.
I am at 53% still
53%.
because I haven't
Ever.
memorized.
Go back to real radio.
Percent.
Will you guys come back with me?
Of course.
I'll
Okay,
go.
cool. All right, thanks for having me on. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Claire.
Cheers.
Love what
Great
you
to
guys
see
do.
Good job, everybody.